Okay?
All right,
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. You ready? Tell me when.
Yep.
Okay. All right, we're sitting here with Chuck and Jerry McKeirnan. So we have tons of knowledge and lots of history between the two of them. So, okay, do you guys have any nicknames? Do you have a nickname, Chucky?
Just check.
Just Chucky.
Nope, just Jerry.
Just Jerry. Okay. And what's your hometown?
Smithport.
And Chucky, are you married?
Yes, I was. My wife died 2 years ago.
Do you want to tell us about your wife? A little bit. 'Cause she was pretty awesome.
Well, she was. I met her up in Rue. My buddy Gordon Ruoff was up there the day before, and she was there with her buddy. And she says, don't you have a friend that has a motorcycle? Yeah, Chuck. Says, I'll bring him up. And I brought him up.
Together
Love at
after
first
since.
sight. Yeah. Been together ever since. We went on our honeymoon on our motorcycles, Gordy Ruoff, his wife, and Carol and I, and we went out to Yellowstone Park.
You guys had a lot of good years.
Yes, we did.
Jerry, are you married?
Yes.
Want to tell us about your wife?
Been married 38 years, named Marcia. Got 3 kids and 5 grandchildren right now.
How about you, Chucky? How many kids do you have?
4.
How many grandchildren?
I think it was 15.
I don't know without counting them all, so we'll go with 15.
How many great-grandchildren?
Well, let's see, there's 5, 6 of them, 6 great grandchildren.
So you're getting quite a few. Now, you raced, and then Jerry raced.
Yep.
Did any of the other children race?
John raced about 3 years in the sportsman class.
Do you think any of your children will ever race again, or grandchildren, or?
There's varied interests, but probably not.
Chucky, what was your car number?
Well, it started out with 29, and it went to number 3.
Jerry, what was your car number?
Number 3.
And Chucky, what class did you run?
Well, we first started out, there was only one class, actually.
Well,
And they developed another night on the older class.
and then Jerry, what'd you run?
We started out in the sportsman class at McKeirnan, and then run super leagues after that.
Chucky, what track do you consider your home track?
Smithport.
And what's your favorite track out of all the tracks you've ran?
Smithport.
Same.
Same.
Yep.
And what tracks, how many tracks have you run? Like, what are the different ones you've gone to?
All of us, State Line, Husky, Olean, and went up Erie once. Did I say Bradford?
No. Did you do Drum and Olean too?
I've done Olean, but it wasn't called Drum. Right?
No, drum was another track.
Yeah. I was at Drum, but then I didn't race there.
Did you run Rowlett? Or Ulysses? What's it called? Mills, I think. Any of those?
No.
No. Okay. And then what tracks did you run, Jerry?
Mostly at Smithport at McKean, but we ran Bradford, Woodhall, Hidden Valley, and we've gone to Erie and a couple other ones. But mostly Smithport.
Chucky, who was your childhood hero?
My childhood,
Your childhood hero.
I was involved in racing then.
Well, when you started racing, who was your hero?
Oh, nobody special.
Nobody special.
I kind of, watched them all. We had a lot of fun. Of course, comical by Herbie Layfield. Dean was a good driver. He kind of picked it on me, till I kind of cornered him and told him what I was going to do with that Hudson. I said, I'll take that Hudson out. He said, you head on. I said, I'll drive right over there. So after that, he let me alone. And, well, the next race we come to Smithport. And I forget who was the other guy, but I said, you get a piece of it. Well, I did. He got it toward the rear quarter panel off. Somebody else hit it for me too. Anyway, he come over and he apologized, got straightened up. So. But there was quite a few, not a few at the track that really didn't come there for racing. They kind of come there to smash down an Olean track. One of them kept hitting the wall, and a nice little flat rock come up, cut my brand new tire right in half, and then the right front. But we educated a few of them.
Good. Jerry, who's your childhood hero?
Probably been my dad. Worked hard, good provider, good dad. So that's about it.
Chucky, how'd you get into racing?
Well, I helped build the track there at Smithport. And of course we hung out down at Furman's and he was building the car, so he had an old 47 Plymouth up there, so we'll take that one. So I put roll bars in that. I started with that one, then later on I had a 47 Plymouth. The guy had a small motor in it, and it blowed, so I got that and I went up to Twin Autos up to Jamestown and I got a Hornet engine and put in that, and it was only about the last two races. And one in Smith where I was coming into two-turn and I slipped part way and I went on the infield and overcorrected it. And of course, we didn't have the steering shortened up by that, and I went right over the bank. So that was the end of the season and the end of the car for that. Oh, the race before was up the road, and I forget what happened up there. Somebody screwed me up and broke something. I broke an axle. So anyways, so the next year we took that Hunter engine out, done a little work on it, made it run a little better. Went to racing that Hudson, and it run pretty good.
So, why did you get into racing?
Excitement.
Huh? Jerry, why'd you start racing? Like, how'd you get into it, and why'd you start?
We had a small junkyard, and we always had cars when we were kids. Everything was mechanical, and knowing that my dad had raced and living so close to the track and being involved with Lundgren and some other racers, it just seemed like a natural fit. So when we were able to, we first started out with our modified class with the 6 cylinders and progressed to the superlights after that.
And Chucky, did your dad or grandpa or anybody race, or?
No, my dad went with me a few times. Actually, his truck, we done the towing with that for a few races till I got a truck. Dad just went down there and watched. In fact, one time he was standing by the old pit gate and a wheel come off of the car. he put his hand up there and he had black smear right across his arm.
And then, why did you choose your car number? You said you started out with the 29.
29, well, that was my football number.
Okay, and then why did you go to the 3?
That I couldn't tell you.
Okay. And then obviously you chose the 3 because it was your dad's, I'm
Yes.
presuming.
Yep,
Okay.
that's correct.
And then, Chucky, what was your best time in racing?
Oh, I had a lot of good times. I had down the state line one time, I had a little score to settle, and week before, Layfield, every time he'd go by me, Dean, but he'd always get a piece of me. One time down at Skyline, he hit me, put me up on the infield, and snapped the primary coil on me, put me out of races. So down Olean, I counted him, and I told him, there's no reason why. There's all kinds of room. I was waiting for them 2 Pontiacs in front of me to straighten out. They were all over the track, and I was waiting a good chance to pass them. So I was on the inside. There was plenty of room. There was nobody else on the track where we were. So you took me out. So I told him, you work at Olean. I said, I went and collared him, and I said, I'll tell you what, he's got guts. I said, I'll take that Hudson and said, I'll drive right straight through that car. He got kind of a bad look on his face. The next race is Smethport. I can't remember who it was, but I cut into him and he went by and ripped his rear quarter panel pretty good. And whoever the other guy was, he tore the panel clear off one of the cars. So he came over and apologized.
What was your worst time?
Stomp the sheet metal back out so the brake pedal.
I was running a Chevrolet for a guy for one night, and I got up toward the front, and I was leading. I think I was third the best I got, but then the axle broke on that Chevy, so that was the end of the race.
Jerry, what was your best time?
The sportsman class, we had a real good time, and it was a lot of fun. I won the point championship with the sportsman car, so that would probably been the highlight. I did finish third in points against some real good guys in the late model, but I think the sportsman car and that point championship was probably the best.
What's your worst?
I don't think we really had a worse time. It was a lot of fun, and we enjoyed it over the years, so all good.
Chucky, do you know how many wins you have or championships?
I never got a championship.
Okay. Do you know how many wins you have?
It wasn't very many, but I finished up toward the front.
Do you know when your first win was?
No. Well, one time, I think when we were just first starting out, of course I was a hometown boy, so they stuck me on pole. Well, these had just got going, and somebody spun me out. So the next week they started me on pole, and I think I won that race. Everybody else was going like hell, and come to a turn, they'd go over the bank or way on the outside, and I'd just run the inside. Yeah, I won that one.
Jerry, do you know how many wins and championships you have?
I just have a one championship, and I don't know how many wins.
Do you know when your first win was or anything?
No, I don't.
And then do you, Chucky, are you gonna race again? What do you think? No. You're not gonna come back?
I can't even get the road racing.
Jerry, do
Too
you
many
have,
people out there watching me and squealing on me.
Jerry, do you ever see yourself racing again?
No, I don't.
How many years did you race, Chucky?
Yeah, but up to like 7 cylinders. He says, well, they slow
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, but trust me, the way this is shaking,
Started running
there's a rod now.
for a while, then I got in the buses, so then I kind of quit, and then I got started back in. So.
So on and off for a while.
Yeah.
And then Jerry, do you know how many years?
I think I had 10 years in it.
And then you knew Ron Baker.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite memory of Ron Baker?
Well, one of the biggest ones, he was a real nice guy. I mean, to race with him, and he was real nice.
Do you have a special picture in your book you want to show us or anything?
I could look at it later on and
Okay.
check it out.
All right. Well, thanks for sitting down with us. We really appreciate it, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
No problem.
Bumping everybody. And I had a 56 Chevy convertible while we were on. And at one time I come down the track, the car of his is standing right on his nose. Well, here I come, and I put her in the slide. I can remember looking up and seeing that gas tank right above my head. I stayed there long enough to get to it.
Now, were you racing when Bradford and Woodhull had their lockout when they locked the drivers out? Do you remember that?
I remember them telling about it.
Yeah.
I never went to Woodhull to race. I went down there a couple times to watch the race.
So mainly just Smethport. Mainly just Smethport and
Yeah.
Bradford. Yeah. Racing with Uncle Bob. And Poppy.
Bill,
Yeah.
Bill and Larry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time that when they had blowed that engine up, they took the car and back to port. They were laying on the trailer working on it.
Yeah.
It's Larry.
That was my dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very good picture.
I went through a lot of them.
Where's that one at? Do you know?
No, I don't know if it says anything or not.
The only thing we wanted to find was
Chucky probably knows. Maybe. Where's that picture at, Chucky?
You know where that one there was taken?
Transport.
Yeah.
Very good.